Hey everybody, Mark from Northeast Bass Fishing. How you guys doing? Well, I got a couple new reels that I haven't shown you guys yet, and I'm a part of the anglers, you know, pro staff, promotional staff on Ardent, and they always have a lot of great deals for people that are in that. So they just had a big sale, and I grabbed a couple reels that I really like, and I figured I'd show them to you before I spool them up and start using them here as the season comes to a close. So my favorite spinning reel that they make is this Ardent Force, the 3000. I have a bunch of the 2000s, and I've been upgrading to the 3000 lately. So, for the price that you can get them for, um, it's hard to pass up. So if you guys have not seen this reel before, it's pretty sharp. I haven't taken these out of the pack yet. You get that little bag there that comes in. But if you haven't seen the Force spinning reel, here it is right here. Pretty sharp, black. And just tighten this up when you first get them. So I just got to put a little line on that, and it's ready to go. I'll give you the specs on these. It's very light. And I'll give you the specs on the box here. It's the Ardent Force 3000, 5.2 to 1. 5.2 to 1 gear ratio, 10 high precision ball bearings altogether, infinite anti-reverse system. If you're going to use 8-pound line, you can fit 200 yards, 10-pound line, 160 yards, 12-pound line, 120 yards. I'm using most of the time 8. I really haven't used 10. I just use 10 all the time. I haven't used really 10 much lately at all. It's either 6 or 8, really. Sealed multi-stack drag system, carbon fiber handle, carbon fiber frame and motor. So everything's carbon fiber. They even put these little, I don't know what you want to call them, on the spool there that helps the braid, kind of dig in there and not slip on you. So this is a great spinning reel. And I think, now let me just see here. The regular price is 150 bucks. 150 bucks. Now, if you're on the, if you're, a member of the Ardent, of Team Ardent, you're talking almost, I think they're like 80. So it's a pretty good deal. And I'll put information if you guys want to join up. I've been involved for a long time. So if you're looking for a reel sponsor, to get reels cheaper that are good reels, it's hard to beat these. So like I said, 150 sticker price. I think I got it for, I don't know, 70 bucks or something like that. Like almost, like literally half price, less than. So that's the 3000 series. I have a bunch of the 2000, and now lately I've been getting the 3000 series. But there's the Force, sharp looking reel, all carbon fiber, 5.2 to 1. You guys can see the carbon fiber on there. If it says anything else on there that would be interesting, but there it is right there. Get it, spool that up. And the other reel I got, this has really become, Ardent has a lot of bait casting reels. Some I like, some I love. I like the Elite because it's very durable and it's not expensive. I like the I'm going to forget the names. Let me look it up right now while I'm talking to you guys. The Grand. That's when I was having a brain fart there. The Apex Grand is one of my favorites too. Now, this reel I'm going to show you, the Vertex Contender, is a $300 reel, which if you're if you're a member of the Ardent staff, you're going to get it for around 150, 160 bucks. So you're literally paying half for a reel. Now, I like those other reels. I think they're really good. Ever since I've gotten the Vertex Contender, that Ardent Vertex Contender, this has become my favorite Ardent reel. I just love it. It's light. It's like I forget what it is, 5.2 ounces or 5.9 ounces. I got another lefty for flipping and pitching. I can use lefties really for anything, for spinner baits, but I tend to use lefties still, because I use lefties and righties. I use lefties a lot, exclusively for when I'm pitching, flipping baits. But I'll use it for other things too. If I'm swimming a jig, I can really use it for almost everything. But I do have, when I started bass fishing, I always used righty reels. because hey, I'm a righty, so I used a righty reel. But then you cast out, and then you have to switch hands. So a buddy of mine years back said, if you're gonna flip, if you like to throw a jig, and if you like to flip and pitch, try a lefty. And I remember when I switched over, I thought it was really weird, but once I did it, I will never go back. So I could use a lefty really for everything, because then the rod is always in my power hand, my right hand, so I don't have to switch. I don't have to switch off. But basically, a lot of the times I'll use a lefty. All the times, I should say, I'll use a lefty for flipping and pitching. I still use my righties if I'm throwing a spinner bait or a crankbait or whatever. I could use a lefty, but I just use the righties because I've got them, and I don't mind them. If I'm casting and reeling, it doesn't matter if I switch hands. But I did pick up another lefty. I have one lefty and one righty in this reel, and I wanted to get another lefty since they had such a good sale going on. So here's the reel, real sharp looking. I'll read you the specs on it. Here's the box, the Ardent Vertex Contender. This is a lefty model, 7.3-1. Aircraft aluminum gear, whatever, I don't know what all that stuff means. Centrifugal braking system, 11 ball bearings, 5.9 ounces, 15-pound drag, aluminum frame. Has these real soft handles, really nice. Has your tension over here, and it also has now. If you guys are new to bait casting and have never done it, if you can, a lot of the reels you'll get, you're able to put the magnets on, and you just pop that button down. It'll say, it says open on underneath there. You click it, and that'll open it up. If you notice that, here's the spool. Now, if you guys are new to bait casting, on these spools, some of them have this, some of them don't. You can adjust the magnets on there and how much tension you want on the magnets. Now, they're going to come on. So at least on this Ardent, they're all, right now, just looking at them, they're all on. So I don't need all them on. I'm experienced with the Baitcaster. If you're new to one, you might want to leave them on to start. Usually what I'll do, and you always want to switch, and you can see how they have them. They have red ones, the blue ones, and like the yellow ones. They're all opposite each other. So whenever you change them, you always want to change them evenly. So if I'm going to change them, if I'm going to change the yellow ones, I want the one on this side and the one on that side. So it's real easy, and you'll just pop it. You'll feel it clicking. I don't know if you guys picked up that sound. Maybe with my new mic. I don't know if you picked that up. So now those magnets are off there. And usually what I'll do is I'll leave two on, and if it's like this one at 6, I'll leave two of them off. So I'm going to take those blue ones off too. If I can get that one to click in. And so now those aren't engaged, those magnets. So now I've got 6 magnets, 4 of them are off, 2 are engaged. To each his own. Some people like to leave them all on. Some people like them all off. They want to be able to bomb their cast. Now I'm flipping and pitching here. Now you don't have to take that spool out to do that. I just wanted to show it to you. And then it just pops right in. So now I've got only 2 magnets that are actually engaged. And this just pops back down, push it down, pull that click that back in, and you're all ready to go. So now I've got a little more, I'll have a little more tension on that when I'm adjusting it. And then you can adjust your tension here with this. When you first use it, it's a good idea. Now I'm speaking to people that are new with baitcast. It's good to put it down a little tighter and get the idea of it. What I'll do is if I'm going to, like say, throw a 1/2 ounce jig, I'll spool it up with line. I'll put my jig on, and then I'll just hit the thumb bar here, and then I'll let that jig fall. If that jig falls nice and easy at a steady pace, and then touches the ground, and my spool doesn't go, I know I've got it set right. And you can adjust it as time goes by, and as you get more experience with a Baitcaster, you'll use your thumb more to control the line. But it's all about experience. But just as a general rule of setting your Baitcaster up for the first time, if you're new to them, keep this tension bar tight. Put your magnets on. However many you want. You could leave 4 on. You could leave all 6 on just to see how you like it, and then loosen it up as you go on. But I usually leave 2 on, put the other 4 off if it has 6. And then just work this tension bar just to get it right. And you want that bait to just slowly fall. Even if you're throwing a crankbait, I want that bait to slowly fall. When that crankbait touches the ground, it'll just touch. The line is, my spool doesn't go flying. You won't get backlashes like you would normally. We all still get them just because it's the nature of the beast when throwing a baitcaster. Every now and then you're going to get one, but you won't get them as much. You won't get them as bad. And it's a good way to learn, different, and remember to adjust this as you use different bait weights. If you use a 1/2 ounce jig, a 1/4 ounce jig, a 3/8, a 3/4, you're going to want to adjust this based on that weight of that. But just a little, for you beginner bait casters, you know, some of them will only just have that tension bar. So make it tight to start and then loosen up as you go along and you get better at casting. But this is the Contender. Beautiful reel. 15-pound drag. You set your drag here. Usually when I'm flipping and pitching, I have that drag pretty tight. But you can see it's pretty sharp. And if if you were just going to buy this in the store, it's going to cost you $300. If you're a member of Ardent, especially when they do like sales upon the discount already for members, it's really a good way. And the membership program is free. If you go on the website, you'll see it. I'll put a link to it. If it's something you guys are interested in, you can check it out. But it's definitely a great savings, and the reels are very good. And this one, this Contender is definitely, the Vertex Contender is definitely my new favorite Ardent reel. I love this reel. I love it. I can see myself switching over to a lot of these as time goes by. Like this, now I have 2 lefties. I got 1 righty. Next one I'll buy will probably be another righty, and I'll just slowly start using those with my other Lew's reels that are newer, and my other Ardents that are newer. But that's it, guys. I thought I'd just show them to you quick and give you a little quick tutorial if you're new to a baitcaster on how to just set those up, and don't ignore those magnets. If you can take this side piece off, you can get to those magnets. Learn how to adjust them the way you want, and it'll make your casting a lot more enjoyable with a baitcaster. I can remember back in the day when all I threw was a spinning setup, and then when I graduated to throwing baitcasters, now it's probably more like 85 to 90% casting and 10 to 15% spinning, depending on what kind of baits I'm using. But that's it. I just thought I'd show them to you quick. Mention to you the their pro staff program that Ardent runs, which is very good. Their customer service is excellent. Whenever I've had a reel that's had issues, Mark, just send it in. I send it in, and they fix it. Whenever I've had a broken rod, I take a picture of it and send them the picture, and they send me a new one. Great customer service. I do wish they would, they used to have a lot of good options for rods. I wish they'd get back to that, which who knows, maybe they will. But the reels are definitely nice. And if you're looking for a good spinning rod, I really recommend that C-Force. And I love the Contender. The Grand is solid. The Elite is solid. It all just depends on what your price point is. But I'll put a link to the site. You guys can check it out. But really nice stuff. Really nice stuff. All right. So hope you guys enjoyed it. From what I'm hearing from people, you guys, the mic is definitely helping, so that's a good thing. I'll definitely use this every time now. I clicked this on my shirt 10 times before, and it kept falling off. So, but from what you guys are telling me, the sound is better, so that's a good thing. So I finally got a mic, so everybody should be happy now. You should be able to hear all my wonderful words about fishing, nice and clear. But that's it. So check out the Ardent Vertex Contender bait casting reel. The righties, I think, are out of stock now. I think only the lefties are in stock, but you check the site periodically, you'll see what's in and out. The C-Force, I think, is an excellent. It's my favorite spinning reel that I've used the last few years. I really like them. Without the discount, you're talking $150. Without a discount, you're talking $300. So, joining the program, if it's something you're interested in, you're going to get these for literally half price and free shipping. So check it out. So I'll put a link to all that stuff. You guys can, if you're interested, you can check it out. Every now and then I'll put that up on my channel because I know people are joining up all the time. So that's it. So hope you guys enjoyed that. We're in November fishing now. I'm going away at the end of the week, so I don't know, and I know we've got rain coming in tomorrow. I'm going to try to get out one day this week. It's a little fall fishing. Um, Wednesday, maybe, we'll see. Then I'm going away Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Then next week, we'll see. I kind of base it on this time of year, how the weather is. It's cooler out, but it's still been nice by me. The wind has been kind of rough, and we have finally gotten some rain, but I don't care if we get rain because we needed it. Now we're kind of more normalized here as far as rain goes in New Hampshire, at least in my part of New Hampshire. Um, but I kind of just play it by ear with the weather. If I see a day where it's going to be decent out, I'll go. If it's real windy or rainy, I don't mind taking a break for the winter, taking, and I'm not going to force it and go out there in awful conditions just to get a couple more days in. So I kind of play the weather, here in November and early December before I know it's going to be, probably not want to go out at all. So we'll see. We'll see. Right now, Wednesday looks like the best day this week. We'll see if it works out. Then maybe I'll get some more on the water footage and see how the fishing is. I don't know. Haven't been out now, and I didn't go out last week. I was out the week before. It was decent when I was away. I didn't get out last week, and we'll see. Now we've had some rain. Water is probably still. I don't even know if the water is probably still in the 50s. Hasn't gotten that cold yet, but it might be just 50, upper 40s, 50s. But now is the time the river gets good, so I want to start going over there too. But that's it. So thanks for watching, guys. Please like and share the video. I appreciate all the comments, and I'm glad the mic is helping out. You guys can hear me better. So I'll see you guys soon on YouTube. Mark out.